Good morning, church family. My name is Rick Dole, and I'm a member of the Stewardship Committee. Last year, we started interviewing church members about why they give to the church, and we received some positive responses about that. So we decided to do it again, although this year, obviously, we're doing it via Zoom. This morning, it's my pleasure to visit with Bill Pallett. Good morning, Bill. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. Doing very well. Thank you.
Great. Thank you for agreeing to share with the church some of your thoughts about giving. First of all, Bill, a little bit of a background question, just so people get to know you. What brought you to our church, and why do you choose to stay?
I grew up in the Congregational United Church of Christ Church in Nebraska, but I'd been a member of the quote-unquote church alumni for a few years before I joined this church. Shortly before I joined this church, some friends recommended that I read some works by Marcus Borg and John Shelby Spong and Peter Gomes, and I did so. So I was seeking. At about the same time, I ran into Jane Hill, who I'd known for some time, and she encouraged me to visit some Sunday. Everything seemed to go on. I stayed because this is a church that no matter where you are on your faith journey, you're welcome. For those of us who are seeking and whose faith journey is a bit bumpy, this is a good place to be.
Excellent. Thank you, Bill. Why do you invest your time, energy, and money in the church?
This is a church that links faith to action, whether it's through service or social justice efforts. It's a church that has gone far beyond its walls in serving its mission. This church is full of thoughtful and compassionate folks that create a strong sense of community and something that's much needed during these difficult times. The talent possessed and generosity shared by members of this church I find to be incredible. I continue to support this church because I hate the thought of it not being here. It's a much needed voice in our community.
Well stated, Bill. Thank you. Last question for you, or last invitation for you to share. Tell us a little about your thoughts around long-term giving.
Our church is blessed by having its members share their time, talent, and treasure while they're with us. And all have been so important in making our church such a healthy and vibrant one. But having served a few terms on the Gifts, Endowments, and Investments Committee, I've come to learn how much we have benefited from the generosity of past and current members. One way we can continue to serve our mission long after we leave is contributing to our endowed funds. Generosity of members made primarily through estate gifts, but also through gifts given to the Greater Manhattan Community Foundation Grow Green Campaign added between $25,000 and $30,000 to our annual church budget. Our church wouldn't be able to do many of the extra things it does without this support. Whether it's through estate planning or annual Grow Green contributions, the treasure we give through these approaches will have a lasting impact on the vitality of this church we so much love, and it will last long after we leave.
Thank you very much, Bill, for your very, very thoughtful responses. One of the great things about these interviews is I get to know people a little bit better in the church, and I really appreciate that.